All right, we've got some caulking in here in a box in the living room. I want to point out areas that need to be caulked. In the interior, of course, all the corners like this, all the nail heads like that, at the top of all the baseboard, but not at the bottom, only on the top. On this outside where the casing is, on the inside where the casing meets the jamb, on all the nail heads. Where the butt seam is right here, gotta caulk that. Outside again, inside. On the jamb seam right here, gotta caulk that. All the nail heads. We have some extended jambs. We have a seam right here. This vertical seam needs to get caulked. All the nail heads. This here on the casing, nail heads out here on the casing. Here on the jamb, inside the jamb, all these corners. Next to the tub, there's a couple big gaps. Maybe some backer rod and caulking here. I'm not sure. Maybe we end up putting quarter round there. But we want to use brown caulking here, not white caulking. Brown. And I'm sure they actually make something for vinyl plank flooring that's meant for this fill, to be this fill right here. This is about 3/8 of an inch right here, and it's less on the ends. Here on this bedroom door jamb, we have the cracked jamb here, so we need to, fill that and fill this, make sure it's all smoothed over. You can tool it out flat, make sure it looks good. We have oil primer for the couple areas where there's bare wood to be painted. This is going to be trim, of course. Don't forget to caulk and caulk and caulk there, caulk here, and then you're going to want to oil prime that before you paint it. So like on the baseboard, I'm going to caulk this gap right here, but do not caulk down here. Once you find that brown filler caulk or whatever, there's a little spot right here that needs to get filling, and right here next to the fireplace that needs to get filled, and maybe right over here too. Yeah, so if you get some matching like floor colored filler or caulking. Here on the kitchen cabinets, you got nail holes over here, and then there's a seam here. There's a seam here where the plywood meets the other board. Inside corner seam, lots of those. There's another seam out here. This seam here. And this seam here. Under here. I'm gonna go ahead and caulk the seam between the cabinets and the wall here, and then also between the cabinets and the ceiling. Go ahead and just caulk that. We're not gonna put any molding up there. Here in the kitchen, we got some nail holes from the old nail holes, and then also seams that have broken loose that need to be caulked. Here on the end of the cabinet, this piece right here, paint it in with the cabinet, this color. We have cabinet paint, so you'll caulk the top, caulk that seam, and do this white trim, or whatever the trim paint is, and do this, the cabinet over here. And cabinet on the shoe molding down here. There's shoe all around there. That's going to be painted, caulked and painted around underneath there. Paint the whole toe kick. You're going to have to touch up all this paint here with the cabinet paint. And you'll want to like caulk to fill in this, caulk to fill that in. On this type of window, make sure it's caulked here, like on this outside wall to trim, and also trim to trim, and also trim to window.